Why, hello. We have breaking news. But first, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Delilah. Nice to meet you. I am currently down over 230 pounds. 120 of those pounds was done on my own prior to some medical diagnoses and a 1-year stall that allowed me to begin my homeboy, Mounjaro. Through the assistance of the homie here, we have been able to lose an additional 111 pounds. And here we are. 130 more pounds, más o menos, is my goal. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please feel free to subscribe, join the family. I'd love to have you around and get to know you better. Now, back to the breaking news. Breaking news. I went to the dentist this morning. It was a follow-up on my cleaning because I had to get a laser treatment thing done last time. And then they said I have to come back in 6 weeks and get a normal cleaning, which I did. But I have a cracked filling. It is wobbling around in my mouth. And that's terrible. And it's going to cost me a pretty penny to fix it. And now I'm sad. That is all. That is my breaking news. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. We are on week 63 of weight loss through the homie. Although it is about 3 years into my journey altogether, but that's okay. It is what it is. So you guys do know that I weigh in every single day, even if I don't look. I do not look every day, but I do weigh in every single day. Every once in a while, I'll forget to weigh before I take my meds or before I begin to eat, or I'm just not home to do it. So I skip those days, but that's rare. I would say since I started weighing in every single day, I've maybe skipped 5 different times. And 2 of those times was because I was out of town. So I couldn't. But because I weigh in every single day, I do have this chart that my doctor can look at in order to determine when and or if I need to wait. Sandra taught me how to say it and now I can't remember. Hold on. Titrate. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. In order to determine if I need to titrate up. So, I do not look until we are here. In fact, I don't even look when I get to the doctor. I just open the app and hand her my phone and she looks. But last week, we weighed in at 252.5 pounds, and it was a loss of 0.4 pounds, and I was whatever about it, right? Like, yes, I am grateful that it is still a loss, but come on, you guys. I'm still 300 mf pounds. I can stand to lose more than 0.4 pounds. I am hard on myself, and I'm sorry. Although, if you were to tell me that you lost 0.4 pounds, I would be very happy for you, and I'd be very proud of you. But for me, I think being on this for 3 years and seeing low numbers makes me sad because I still have so much more to get through, but it is what it is. And that's my cross to bear. And that's my problem to deal with my therapist with. That's between me and my therapist, and I will address it with them. What did we weigh in today? I would love to hear your guess in the comments down below. Do you think I lost, gained, or remained the same? I feel like an auctioneer. 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. Oh, we got a 1 pound over there. We got a 1 pound gain over there. Who's going to take it? Is it going to be the man with the brown hat? That's what I feel like. So, did you get your guess in? Did you put your guess in? Let's see if you were right. 251.4 pounds. That is a loss this week of 1.1 pounds, and that is far better than 0.4, so we'll take it. Yay for that. Okay, so what are we grateful for this week? We are grateful for protein mac and cheese. I'll be honest with you, I'm having a really hard time being grateful for anything this week, and you guys will see why on Friday. I'm having a bit of an emotional breakdown, and you'll see. But let me start out with, I am grateful that we are going on our first of the 50 states. Well, I guess it's the second of the 50 states because I started here in Texas. I've already gotten to meet Hardrine and Jeanette and Alonda 180, both creators here on YouTube. Soon, once the weather lightens up and Miss Debbie is in a better situation as far as medically, then we will be able to meet up. And then Teddy, Mr. Teddy Bear, all local to me. So I decided, why not start here, right? So if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you would like to meet up, please feel free to let me know. Send me an email because we can do that. So I am grateful for our 50 state tour that is beginning, like our traveling 50 state tour. There you go. So we are going to the Mall of America on Saturday, and that's amazing. I am grateful that we discovered my tooth issue before pain began. So there's no pain or no increased pain, I guess, because there is severe sensitivity, but I've always dealt with sensitivity, so I'm not going to attribute that to the pain. That could be what's contributing to the headaches. I have no idea, but I do have the neurologist appointment tomorrow and I'm super excited about that. We are doing a special live this Thursday, which for you will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, 12 noon Eastern Time, right? Yeah. So it will be about fibroids and hysterectomies with a special guest, Miss Sweetie from the Turtle Diaries weight loss channel here on YouTube, and it's going to be amazing. I am about 7 months post-op of my laparoscopic total hysterectomy, where they removed one of my ovaries, both of my fallopian tubes, my uterus, and my cervix. And she is just a few weeks out now. So we will be discussing those things and why that happened. So please, if you are available, go ahead and tune in. And if you're not available, I hope that you will catch the replay. I know that I don't like to watch replays of lives, so you might not be interested in that, but we will do our best to make it something that is enjoyable to even do so on the replay. We are also trying to figure out if we can simultaneously cast on her channel as well, but I don't know how that's going to work. So we're going to figure that out. But it will definitely be here on my channel at 11 a.m. on Thursday. So if you can make it, we'd love to have you. If you have any questions, please feel free. We are going to limit the questions to those topics, at least in the beginning, right? Because we have to be respectful of Sweet Tea's time. She is still recovering and she does need the ability to say, I got out everything that I needed to get out, but I'm very exhausted and I need to go. So we're going to be respectful of that. But if you have questions, feel free to go ahead and throw them in the community post if you'd like. We could look them over. And if there's a lot of the same questions, then we'll just go ahead and make sure we answer those. But that's going to be a lot of fun. So we hope to see you there. And that is exciting. It is also exciting that I get to use my super handy and cool daisy crocheted, how you call it? I want to call it a pothole. Oh, a coaster. And you guys already know, because I've told you many times since I've gotten it on Friday night, but I am incredibly grateful for the creativity that some of you guys have and the generosity, really. This beautiful, soft, gorgeous creature was created for me by Miss Mary Cobb here on YouTube. This is my emotional support pickle. I'm afraid to lose her though, so she stays here. Even though one day I did take her on a road trip with us. But I was terrified the whole time that I was going to lose her, I was going to mess her up, I was going to drop her, I was going to get her wet. You guys know that I have a OCD issue. And I don't just say that just to say that. I literally have been diagnosed with OCD. Part of it is just like an anxiety thing, but I also fear germs. So I wash every single thing that I have before I ever do anything with it. So I'm very grateful for that. I am also grateful for you, as always. However, there will be no coloring today, unfortunately. This is the page, and there's no way. My back is on fire right now. So my head is killing me and I'm going to have to put my hair down right now. But I can't do it. I can't do it. However, I was afraid to mess her up. So yeah. But I'm so grateful for you guys and your amazingness. And I just got my emotional support pickle. But I do have an issue with having to wash everything before I use it. I know it's normal, right? Like you're supposed to wash your clothes before you put them on. You're supposed to wash your bedding before you use it. You're supposed to wash your sweater before you put it on. You are supposed to do those things. But I didn't know that people don't and they don't care. And I'm over here like, are you insane? When I buy brand new things, I will not let David touch it until it's been washed. And he's like, it's brand new. I'm like, I don't care. And you think people that go into the store that try clothes on don't have piojos? They have piojos. That is how they even have statistics or studies that show that when children go back to school in the fall, you know how there's suddenly a lice outbreak in schools, right? For like small children. There are studies that show the reason for that is not necessarily because they go back to school, but it's because it also happens to coincide during the Halloween costume time of the year. And people are trying on masks, hats, and then they put them back on the shelves or whatever. And then the next person comes on and tries on the same masks, the same hats, and that's how the piojos spread. Yeah, no. So I wash everything. So she was very, very clear. Do not wash it because the material cannot handle it. Okay. So I didn't soak her, but I did clean her. I can't help it. I can't help it. It will literally drive me crazy. It literally I will not be able to sleep. The compulsions that go through my brain, I can't, I just can't. I can't. But we are debating whether or not, because it is only going to be a day trip to go to the Mall of America this weekend. So we are debating whether or not we should bring a overnight bag just in case. And I'm leaning towards doing that because you just never know. And then I could post that video for you guys on Monday probably, but so with all the stuff going on, I'm just not going to do the coloring today. But as I said, I am working on a plot to make it better, to make it happen every week for us all. But I would love to hear all about how your week is going. Good, bad, ugly. You know, I just want to be there to support you the way that you support me. And the best way that I can do that is by being there to hug you and cry with you through the comments. I love to hear your stories. I love to hear how life is treating you. I just love to hear more about you. For those of you that don't know, I do have a prayer journal. Every single one of you who leaves a comment does get added to my prayer journal. If I know your name, I will include it. If I don't know your name, I will just put your handle. And then I leave a space about this big so that as I get to know things about you, I will include those special things about you specifically in my prayer journal. If you do not believe in prayer, I am very sorry, but I do. And because I do, I'm going to pray for you, period. I would never ask you if you did not believe in prayer to pray for me because you don't believe in prayer and you don't believe it works. But because I believe in prayer and I believe that every single person in my life who I even have an inkling of care for, I am required to pray for them. That's what my beliefs are. And because of that, if I did not pray for you because you don't believe in prayer, then I would be doing you a disservice and it would mean that I actually, in fact, do not like you. And because I do like you, because I do adore you, and because I do want what's best for you, I will do what God has instructed me to do. If that doesn't vibe with you, I'm very sorry, but that's just the way it goes. Again, I don't push it on you. I would never ask you to do it for me, but I am doing that for all of you who I am aware of. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to give you some digital hugs and we will see you soon. Okay. Bye.